Okay.
Did they not?
Did they not hear the introduction?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, we'll do it. All right, welcome to the Mario Kart Double Dash Speedrun showcase between GoombaNL and OptimisticEmo. So on the left, we have GoombaNL. He's from Netherlands. He started playing Double Dash in late 2015 and worked his way up to world champ status by March 2017. He has 22 world records in time trials, as well as all world records in the Grand Prix category, so all cups and all cup tour, even mirror mode. His favorite track in Double Dash is Mushroom Bridge, and his favorite game outside of Mario Kart Double Dash is Xenoblade Chronicles. And on the right screen, we have OptimisticEmo, who started playing the game in early 2016. He's from USA, and he has an impressive 6 world records in time trials. His favorite track is Peach Beach, and his favorite game outside of Mario Kart Double Dash is Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door.
The commentators are going to be
here. I am Phoenix, and I'm here with my other commentators. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
PK Frenchy64.
I'm the Jackster1676, former UK top 10 Double Dash player.
We'll be bringing you this Double Dash action live.
Yes. And to start off, we'll be doing Grand Prix races of all 4 cups. We'll just go through each cup individually. Unfortunately, the RNG on Double Dash is somewhat harsh, so instead of doing all cup tour, we'll just be doing each cup individually. So basically, one player doesn't get especially screwed by RNG and has no hope of catching back up. Afterwards, we'll be doing some time trial 1 tries, and the loser of the previous time trial race will get to pick the next track, so it should be fun.
Yeah, in the past when we've done Double Dash tournaments, we've had it so that it was all based around time trials, because it's a small community and we all prefer not being screwed over by red shells to decide who's the best.
Yep.
We like to screw ourselves over with bad gameplay to decide who's the best.
Yeah.
And considering the level of these 2 players, any little mistake will be the deciding factor of each race.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Double Dash is definitely a lot of active movement. There really isn't much time for the players to stop moving. Their sticks are always moving, and even just one dropped mini turbo could cost them the race. So, all right, looks like we're starting it up.
All right, and they're live.
Here we go.
Starting off with Luigi's Circuit.
So yeah, Luigi Circuit is a little interesting because it's kind of a figure 8, and you end up driving against other CPUs in the track. And so RNG can especially be punishing if you get hit by a random shell or Bowser shell, or just even running into another CPU can bonk you into the grass.
Goomba ain't gonna be hit by shells, though he's already performed a red shell dodge.
Yeah.
Oh, but they are getting hit, losing all their shells.
Emo's not gonna dodge that though. That was quite big.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's the only
chain chomp hit. Yeah, another thing to watch out for. That chain chomp can be a little unpredictable, so it can be a little hard to maneuver around. Goomba's looking pretty strong out here from the start.
He seems to be getting good RNG, and that happening so far.
Yeah, I haven't seen him get hit yet, actually.
Yeah, no, this is quite a clean run for Goomba.
Just what he wants, opening race.
Oh yeah, especially getting Luigi's Circuit out of the way, because yeah, Luigi's Circuit, like I said, can be a little tricky when you're driving against blue shell.
Oh, he almost
not quite performing the dodge.
So what he went for there was a blue shell dodge. If you release your mini turbo just before it hits you, you'll boost in one direction, the blue shell will go in another direction, and you will dodge it.
Yeah.
But it's very precise.
Yeah, it's very precise, and what's even harder about it is sometimes the shell can hit you differently and almost hit you instantly, and you have essentially no chance of dodging it. So, and you won't know what type of shell is hitting you until it's right on top of you. So,
yeah, sometimes it just comes right at you and it blows up instantly, so you don't even have to interact. So you always have to watch out for that.
Peach now, though, Emo's favorite track, as we know.
Yep.
Despite Goomba having the world record here. I'm sure he goes to sleep thinking about that every day.
It's also very close though, so.
Yeah, about 10 seconds ahead here, which is a pretty decent lead, but anything can happen. Goomba's been getting pretty good RNG.
Goomba getting hit with the first item, the red shell. So.
Yeah, and
every
any
shell
items
costs about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But right now, David's gonna need everything
Blue
he.
shell.
So never mind. He just lost.
RNG is not. Yeah. Although they are dodgeable, it's still, you know, pretty RNG just based on the amount of shells you get, and yeah.
Yeah, because we're already on 2 for Emo and none for Goomba. Which isn't very fair. We should be having Goomba taking all the blue shells. He's got more world records.
Yeah.
What a cruel game. 111 though, that's a nice peach time.
Yep. 113 also not too shabby, although he lost a good amount of time to the blue shell, so
yeah.
Sounds about right. Next we have Baby Park.
This track also.
Yeah, Goomba actually seems to enjoy this track a lot. I see it play on a stream a lot. Emo actually does have the world record for fastest lap in Baby Park, though.
Does, which is funny because Goomba had it and then he broke his own record like 15 times.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this guy called OptimisticEmo comes out of nowhere, takes the world records, and Goomba can't beat it.
Yep. Yeah, I believe for a while after new strats were discovered, they were kind of leapfrogging each other on world records for a while.
But this track in GP is the most RNG heavy, complete roll of a dice track you'll ever see in Mario Kart.
It is chaos just because of its small size. Goomba get hit with the fire there.
Like, you can see they're lapping everybody on the track. And a lot of them have stars and shells and stuff you really don't want to find.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh, lightning on one side, blue shell on the other side.
True blue lightning.
How did he drive through that fire? That was incredible. Oh, I thought Emo was done. He's still got another lap.
Yeah, he's still got.
Yeah. Well, the laps are very short, so still about 10 seconds behind. Or, I guess a bit more now.
Wario had a lot to say about that.
Yeah. So the next track here is Dry Desert. You'll actually see both players will sandbag right at the start in the hopes of getting 3 mushrooms and a star would be the ideal case. However, 3 mushrooms will still make up for the lost time in the very beginning. Goomba gets 3 mushrooms and a red shell though, yeah.
Red shell's not what you're looking for. The red shell is not going to get you one of these nice ultra shortcuts.
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna. Ideally, you want at least another mushroom.
Oh, and Emo getting the mushrooms and the star.
And he wasn't in first either, so
and
avoids
dodges
the blue shell.
Yeah. 200 IQ there.
There has been a blue shell in every Mushroom Cup race for him.
Yeah, he's not getting good.
He dodged by being 5th.
It looks like Goomba's actually opting to do 2 shrooms in 1 lap because it's not guaranteed that you'll keep your items. If you get lightninged, you'll lose them. So he just wants to get rid of them, you know, get the speed that he can from before they're gone.
David,
Commentators curse.
Oh.
You mentioned lightning to lose mushrooms, and now Emo's small and powerless.
Yep.
And the worst part is he went into the sand anyway, so he lost even more time.
Yep. Yeah,
that's such a clean race.
Yeah, that's also another thing that's scary about this track is not only will you lose time from getting hit by blue shells or lightning, but you can kind of go sailing into the dark sand, which can take a long time to get out of.
Especially when you're small, because you move even slower.
Yep.
Yeah, you're kept to about 30 miles an hour on good track.
There's Goomba done.
That was an amazing dry from Goomba.
Yeah, that was a very clean cup from Goomba for the most part. It's hard to keep up with that. Emo had a little worse RNG.
A little worse. He had a blue shell on every track.
Yeah.
He lost 2 mushrooms.
And then I got lightning.
Yeah. That was a solid mushroom cup.
Yeah, 5:16 mushroom cup.
And the in-game time for world record is 5:02, so really not bad.
Yeah, we expect them to be quite a way off world record because world record has very little RNG.
Mm-hmm. All right, Goomba
No,
already starting up on Mushroom Bridge.
Take his memory card out. So if you take the memory card out, it's not gonna try and save between cups.
But
But turns out Emo's decided he's gonna save between every cup he does today.
Actually, I think that might have been something that was agreed on beforehand.
Okay.
Although I actually didn't quite catch Goomba doing that.
Interesting though, they both are playing without PT and Boo unlocked. Because PT and Boo are just heavy characters that you don't want to deal with in first place.
Ooh, and Goomba getting a blue shell dodge there.
Oh, very nice.
So that's what it looks like.
Yep,
So-
you release your mini turbo just before it hits you, and it
Maybe.
carries on and you boost in a completely different direction.
Mm-hmm.
it's a miracle when you get those.
Yeah, it turns out blue shells don't have the best aim sometimes. So yeah,
Fortunate
Goomba.
Oh,
change.
no.
Goomba.
Goomba sent into the side alley.
So, unbelievably, going the long way round is slower. You don't want to go there.
Yeah, going up and above that hill, just the lost time from dropping down is
Ooh, a
Not
lightning
quite worth
blade too.
More
not
bad
big
luck.
enough. Yep. Oh boy.
Oh, and he's going the long way round as well.
Yep.
David's just missing a blue shell, and then he can keep this streak going.
It's just the third lap alleyway strats.
Ah, is that what all the top players do? This is where I've been going wrong.
Yes.
Goomba now onto Mario Circuit, right as Emo's finishing his Mushroom Bridge. Actually, now I guess would be a good time to explain the reasoning behind both of them choosing the Koopa characters. In time trials, it doesn't really matter which characters you choose because you're not going to be using items, but in Double Dash, each character has their own special item that they can get. And they choose the Koopas simply because having extra shells in first place is not
Useful.
such a bad thing. Yeah, it's useful for blocking items, but also when you're sandbagging and trying to get items you want, if you get a triple shell, you can get rid of them much quicker than you would, say, a golden shroom, where you'd have to be spamming it for like 5 seconds just to use it out. So
I know one top runner who actually uses Diddy Kong because he prefers the giant banana over triple shells. I don't know why, but
interesting.
because it just creates more of a mess on the track for you. But
Yeah, especially if you put it on your lines.
Yeah, if you see them getting bananas and fake item boxes, they generally don't want to put it down because they're getting the same line every lap, and if they place it down, it'll just be right in their way the next lap.
Oh, another lightning for David.
have we had a track where Emo has not been hit by either a lightning or a blue shell yet?
Yeah, he has not been doing well here on the RNG side of things.
Oh,
Goomba,
just
meanwhile.
missing the 130.
And this is actually a good showcase of why Double
Who's
Dash
first?
is a bit more of a time trial heavy game than Grand Prix.
Emo will be sat there right now thinking, oh, I can't wait for these time trials.
Oh, he hits.
Ooh, he hits the Goomba.
Oh,
into-
the
Hit
combo.
And into an invincible
The
CPU.
Goomba on Emo stream helping out Goomba there.
Yeah,
Can't help
Yep.
but feel the irony.
the Goomba sabotage.
Goomba
137
well
is
Daisy
slow.
Cruiser here.
Ooh, that's so much stuff now.
So in Daisy Cruiser, there is a small intended skip, which we call pool skip, where you go around to the inside of the pool for a better line. It's a bit faster. We don't tend to go for it on lap 1 though, because there's a tendency to be hit by a red shell. Well, the Emo's going for it.
Oh, and another blue shell dodge from Goomba. Wow.
Goomba does the dodge. Emo goes for pool skip. But yeah, we don't always do it lap 1, because if you get hit by a red shell, you will go for a swim. And Koopas can't swim on a car.
The
So
fire
even
goes
with
up.
bad RNG from blue shells, you can kind of get around with it, and Goomba's been doing very well, while also getting pretty good art. Oh, another blue shell, right as I say.
Oh,
Oh, another
my
dodge!
God.
He is untouchable.
This race is over. Pack your bags.
Oh, how ironic would it be if
Very
he got hit
clever
by
to
that
get
red
rid of
shell.
him. Yeah. He threw his green behind him to make sure.
Yeah,
Very
that would have
smart.
been very bad. He would have gone straight into the pool, and that's actually why you don't do it in the first lap. I mean, somehow still got red shelled in the third lap, but in the first lap, it's just much more likely to get red shelled right when you're going for the pool skip.
I feel bad for Emo. This is the track where he's got the world record 3-lap and lap.
Mm-hmm.
And Goomba's just like, nah, I'll just dodge everything and take this.
Yep. Goomba seems to be at the top of his game.
Emo's only got 6 records and 2 of them are here. Bless. Them tables that you saw there are quite annoying. They're on a cycle, but it seems to change.
So in Waluigi Stadium, there's a very big skip that involves you basically ramping off a corner and going really high up into the air and hitting the hitbox of another zone and being placed later on the track. Saves about 3 seconds. So if you hit it all 3 laps, you can save a total of 9 seconds, which is pretty significant. And he's going to go for it right here in this corner. And he misses it, not quite getting it.
So we didn't get quite enough height there to hit the death plane of the ramp above him, the one you see him going over now. But if you can hit that death plane from underneath it, you'll be put straight in front of the ramp, around all the terrible corners.
Yeah, and this track is important to try to avoid being there as much as possible as well, which is why you'll see Goomba go in like edges of ramps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in this game, if you hold R in the air, you will actually go down faster, so that will help them a lot in this track.
Emo hits the skip, and that's good from Goomba, yeah. Got a lot of height that time.
Yep, that was a good one. Solid.
And as you can see, it puts you right in front of the ramp, cutting out a good portion of the track.
So yeah, if Emo happens to hit all 3 of these skips and Goomba misses this next one, then he could potentially save 6 seconds, which...
Yeah, that'll help.
It'll help, but he is quite...
Not like that.
Ooh,
you know what doesn't help? Blue shells.
Especially on this track. On some tracks it actually is a little easier to dodge blue shells simply for the fact that you know, there's more flat ground. If you're going over bumps and can't quite get drifts off where you want them, then blue shells will be much more difficult to deal with.
Yeah,
Emo just drove past a star.
After getting hit by a red shell.
Star was just there as a bit of false promise. No, why?
Oh, he dodged!
Let's go, Emo.
He chose not to.
There we go. He's had enough. He is tired. Sick and tired of all the blue shells. Look at this sick menuing from Goomba. On to the Star Cup.
I wonder if he's practiced that.
Yeah.
Goomba's
Kind of
such
practice
an
it passively,
person.
honestly. Yeah.
He found the best way to make it back to the next cup.
Gets everything out of this game. It would not surprise me at all. Emo's removed his memory card. He didn't have to save that time. He
Okay, well, there we go.
We're going to Sherberline.
Yep.
Nice.
OptimisticEmo having a world record for 3-lap in this track. Another one.
Oh
of
yeah,
his
he
records.
does.
Got that actually quite recently, about, I want to say 2 months ago now.
Which is recent for a game that's been out since about 2002.
Yeah. But Emo's been practicing out this a good amount lately, so let's see if he can hopefully save a little time, although he has a lot to make up for.
So let's hope RNG doesn't mess him up on that one.
Yep.
Oh, Goomba's first blue shell hit by.
Yeah. I almost feel sorry for Birdo. Birdo was in 8th place and got hit by that blue shell. Not all about.
Birdo probably could.
Oh, go on.
Bad luck, Birdo.
Yeah, one thing that is happening, well, not for Emo. Not a lot's happening for Emo right now, he's frozen. But when they're on the ice, the physics are very different to when they're on tarmac or snow. But they're still managing to do drifts, keep the optimal line, except that line, that was pretty bad.
because the cycles are off now, so his.
Yeah, driving on the ice is so tricky that just watching it doesn't do it justice.
Yeah, it's really easy to slide, especially when you're emptying. Oh, David's the one to getting destroyed by an items right now.
You know when you're playing that track and it just feels like you're hitting every banana. There's
Yeah.
nothing you can do.
Especially when they're around corners and everything. And you're just like...
Now he's nearly a full lap of Mushroom City behind.
Another blue shell coming at
Oh,
Goomba.
That
He
looked like one
takes
of the
one.
faster ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been actually. Yeah.
So sometimes the blue shell will linger behind you and sort of tease you, saying, "Look, you've got this few frames chance to dodge me." Sometimes they'll just be like, "Nah, this is my turn."
Sometimes, yeah, they will dive bomb you. Be like, you know what? You've dodged me enough.
There are even some tracks where it will come from like in front of you, like dry,
Hmm.
and those are really hard to dodge as well.
What a mushroom pickup in a straight line from Goomba. I'm
Yeah,
impressed by that tiny detail.
Hmm.
No,
Yeah,
no.
usually, well, I won't say usually, but sometimes if a shroom is too off your line, it can be hard to judge whether or not it's worth it, because not only could you just kind of mess up going for it and end up missing it, it honestly may not be worth it if it's far enough off your line. These guys are already almost going as fast as shrooms with their efficient MTs. So if it's too far off the line, they may just not go for it. Another blue shell. Ooh.
Ah, he hit the line.
Doesn't
first.
lose any time from it though. Very nice.
He hit the line.
Yep. He just finished. Ooh, and a lightning for Emo again.
David hasn't had a course where he hasn't gotten hit by either a lightning or a blue shell.
Yep.
It's actually
That's
GP for you.
they're still going.
Goomba moving on to Yoshi now. There is a skip right here at the beginning that you can do without a mushroom. Time will tell if he'll go for it all 3 laps, but he should go for it in the beginning here, and he makes it.
he makes it.
Yeah, usually you need a mushroom to get over that, but if you do a very specific mini turbo, get the boost exactly how you want it, you can jump over and save yourself a little bit of time.
And you know what? I think Goomba's feeling confident. He might just go for it 3 times.
Let's
might
see. I mean, he has a huge lead on Emo,
Yeah.
so it's probably a good.
If he just has a look over to Emo's stream, it's like,
he
yeah, watch
definitely
me show
doesn't
off.
need to, but we'll see what he does for it. And Goomba now a full over 30 seconds in front of Emo.
He didn't go for it.
He didn't go for it. This man's too optimal.
And Emo making the jump his first lap.
It's
So
not a
got it.
particularly easy trick.
Yeah, it's honestly making it across is not too hard. Doing it quickly, bouncing and getting the next MT off is a little tougher, but at the same time, it's not the most difficult skip in the game.
Yeah, that's still to come, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
And I can't wait.
Oh! He ran a plant. He was ready to take a bite.
I gotta say, I do that.
Plants aren't usually a problem, but
Yeah. Well, yeah. As much time trials as these guys play, honestly, whenever I play Grand Prix, I just forget about them.
Yeah, Chris, in time trials, most enemies are actually not active.
Ooh! Emo
Hey,
with a
very
sick blue
nice.
shell dodge. Both of them, both Goomba and Emo getting tested with blue shell, and Emo passed.
which means
failed.
Goomba failed. Yes.
Yep. Little time to... Oh,
my
interesting
God.
Hold on a
shell.
minute.
He threw
Not
it
sure he
forward
was-
and it bounced back.
Yep.
I'm gonna
He's
give
just
him
trying
the
to
benefit
ricochet
of the
the
doubt.
shell behind him. He was
I'm
trying
gonna
to...
say you wanted to throw it behind, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not gonna get hit by the red shell. I'm gonna get hit by the green shell instead.
I'll hit myself.
Yeah. I will say, throwing these shells while you're throwing out these MTs, just flicking your stick left and right, is honestly
Hard.
not super easy. It's somewhat easy to mess up just a little when you have to throw a shell, so it can be tricky. Unfortunately, he messed it up.
Especially when
Blue
it's
shell for
behind
Emo?
you.
Ooh, gets hit.
I can't remember looking at Emo's screen and not seeing a blue shell.
Yeah. He's been getting a lot of them.
He's dodged more than Goomba's had.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably. I'm not counting, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably. Just
I
don't watch the VOD count, okay?
I'm
You
not
know
sitting
what
here
he's like.
with a timer or anything.
So DK Mountain does have a skip that you just saw Goomba pull off. It's fairly easy to set up for and execute. Definitely something we'll do all 3 laps. It actually involves something called R-Tech, which is essentially mashing the drift button at a somewhat methodical pace, and it lets you turn really tight without losing much speed. So as he comes into the corner where the skip is, you'll see him mash it right there.
Yep.
Goes really tight, and yep.
Yeah, it's a very specific rhythm. And I know someone in the community actually found out the perfect rhythm and then downloaded a load of songs that had that rhythm so that you can practice. So that's genius.
Yeah, 200 IQ.
I want that playlist, I gotta be honest.
Practicing.
Yeah.
Oh, David getting hit by lightning, but he went to the cannon, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not too bad. Traveling at
won't lose too much
190
Yeah, he should come out of the lightning state pretty soon. There it is.
Ooh. But
Oh my
another blue shell.
Oh man,
It happened again.
Double Dash is relentless.
Goomba with a 148 though. That's a
Ooh,
really
the
good
rock.
one.
And the boulder hit. Yeah, there are boulders to watch out for. Usually they're not too much of a problem. However, they are in a cycle. So if you get off your cycle a bit, it can be kind of hard to predict where they're gonna end up or where you are relative to them.
You noticed there was a mushroom on Goomba's
Oh,
side. It was
no.
like, nope.
David getting hit by the blue shell.
Oh, right before the cannon. Fortunate. Man, what is going on?
Is there no
Goomba
running?
already. Goomba
No.
already in
Goomba on the Star
Mario.
Cup, or Special Cup, excuse me.
Oh my god, dude, this is sad for David.
So with Wario's lap time being so long, it is actually only 2 laps instead of the normal 3.
Which is funny because the Rainbow Road laps about as long, but we still have
Yeah.
3 there.
Yeah.
Go
Because
figure,
Rainbow Road
Nintendo.
has to be like that.
Yeah, this is one track where R-Tech is super important because there is a massive spiral in Wario Coliseum. And R-Teching down it is so much faster than trying to get several mini turbos or just holding drift.
Hmm.
But and don't tell Goomba I said this, but Emo's actually better at it.
Yes, this is
Yes.
hopefully a track. I say hopefully because I swear this man is getting blue shelled all day, but
Yeah.
hopefully he will get a little bit of time to save on.
I think
where-
last track he got 2, so there was one track where he didn't get blue shelled but lightning, so it made up for that one. So.
No. Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah,
1
let's
minute
take it.
opener from Goomba. He just missed the sub 1 minute,
Hmm.
which I'm pretty sure is what he was aiming for.
So David's actually a minute behind already. Jeez.
Yep. Starting the track as Goomba is finishing his first
So
lap.
seeing that spiral, he stays really tight by performing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't R-Tech, you go round the outside, and it's nowhere near as fast, considering you go around that like 3 times.
There's also an easier method called L-Tech, but it's not as...
Yeah, it's kind of more of a beginner strat.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to pull off, but not quite as fast. So naturally, it's stuff that we use.
We're all L-Tech masters over here.
Oh yeah.
It's because we don't have that R-Tech playlist, I'm telling you guys.
Yeah. They won't give it to us. They're hoarding it.
Yeah.
All these top runners.
It's a conspiracy.
Oh, Emo opened with a 1 minute lap as well.
Mhm.
And Goomba just finishes. So, oof.
It took a lightning, so wasn't gonna sub 1 minute on that lap. But he's got such a lead.
Yeah, he's gonna need a lot of blue shells to to lose that.
Well, I mean, DDJ's coming up, which could be a good time loss or time save. Because this is where one of the hardest tricks is.
Yep. Goomba described it to me as about a 1 in chance, or wow, 1 in 20,
chance.
1 in 20 chance, excuse me, of pulling it off. So we'll see if he does here. It'll be right at the beginning of this cave, and he goes for it. Oh, not quite getting
no.
it. Very
19
tough.
attempts left.
Yeah. Oh, he's restarting the cup. He's got to get it.
Just do Mario all over again. Just for
Does it mean to say he has time?
that. No.
Oh,
He could go for it all 3 times, and if he missed it, he would still be ahead.
Now the aim is to do a mini turbo right off the end of the bridge, which intentionally slows you down if you don't have a mushroom.
Yeah.
It wants you to have a mushroom, but if you get a mini turbo right on the edge, you can make it without a mushroom.
Yeah, the bridge essentially slows you to prevent that from happening, but the workaround is, yeah, balancing on that ledge.
Yeah,
Goomba
we've
not
had plenty
going
of
for it
time.
again.
Ah,
Dang. Well, he doesn't know how far Emo is ahead or
Yeah.
behind, so.
Maybe he doesn't realize that he could afford it.
that's interesting. You got hit by the dino there.
Oh no, he has rare hitboxes. Sometimes you go into him and he still doesn't
Let's
hit.
see Emo's attempt at Shroomless.
It looks better.
Oh.
Not
Ooh.
quite getting it.
He was closer though.
Yeah, very hard
Giving
trick
him
to pull off.
I'll give him an 8.
Yep, yep.
Goomba's was like a solid 3.
Yeah.
That wasn't gonna make it. I was really hoping he went for it again.
Yeah, unfortunately, I honestly don't think they will, just because it's such a tricky
Yeah.
jump.
I'm surprised Demo went for it once.
Yeah.
With the run he's been having, the game was not gonna let him do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he has to take risks if he's trying to get back into this race.
Yeah, it's
In
as much
fact,
time
who
as you
knows?
can.
Maybe if he realizes he doesn't. Okay, never mind. He's not
Exactly.
going.
I mean, if he was watching Goomba play DDJ there, it was completely dramaless. There was nothing at all.
Okay, so a big thing about Baz's Castle here is actually Blue Shell Skip, another track that he's going to sandbag for in order to get a blue shell. And essentially, right after the first lap, he's going to get to first place and hit himself with it and push him up into a hitbox that'll put him in the middle of the track. It saves about 20 seconds on the track if he pulls it off.
It is a big save, but he does
Unfortunately-
need a blue shell.
Yeah, he's still looking for it. 3 red shells and 3 shrooms, unfortunately.
Know what he's looking for.
You can maybe go for one more attempt here. Oh,
No.
Yeah, I think
And,
he's just heading up the first.
You
Yep.
can tell once the runners decide to not go for the blue shell, because they'll stop being 5th and start being 1st.
Yeah. There's a small little gap jump here. It's pretty simple to pull off.
Yep.
Nothing too fancy. Unfortunately, you could, if you happen to get lightning right before
Just get
the jump, you could just go straight into lava. Although honestly, you can still make it quite easily, even if you get lightning. It's pretty
There's the
short
blue
gap.
shell.
This is shrooms.
Speaking of blue shells, let's see if Emo gets it here on his items.
Oh,
And he gets a blue shell and 3 shrooms. Nice.
Aw.
Nice.
this could be a little time save that he might need to
Yep.
really catch up a little bit.
Goomba's gonna win the race, but Emo's about to win our hearts right here, right now.
Yeah.
The man who pulled off blue shell skip.
Yep.
So long as he doesn't lose it.
So long as he doesn't get lightning, I might cry if he gets lightning. I know
he has
Emo
had
is.
one pretty much every track so far.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I think DJ was his first where he got decent RNG.
Let's just cross our fingers. He
No!
gets- oh,
No!
Okay, he's good. Everything's fine.
This is fun.
I was a little scary there. Almost went over the ledge and lost the
Yeah.
blue shell.
Yeah, if he
Uh,
fell
there
down
was-
that ledge, he would not have the blue shell to throw it himself.
We lost our
Definitely.
hearts on that one.
We'll let him do it
Someone
first
gets
and
it.
then
Oh.
explain it.
Oh,
And
I
he
think
gets
got
it.
And there we
Nice.
go.
So he boosted himself up by hitting himself to hit the death plane of half a track later.
Yep.
And he's now actually caught up by a good 20 seconds.
Yeah.
He made up
If only
this.
he could do it twice.
Yeah.
He'd go for the proxy if it happened.
It is technically possible if you see a blue shell coming to, like if you see it coming earlier in the lap, just wait for it at the finish line. You can still save time. I've seen some videos on it, but you have to be blessed by RNG, which Emo does not seem to be.
Not today.
Oh, there goes the time he saved.
Just as you say that.
Yeah.
I don't know, he saved a lot of time. I don't know if you noticed, but that second lap was 29 seconds.
Yeah.
Compared to
Very,
an
very
average
quick.
of about, I don't know, 48 is about average.
Mm-hmm.
So Goomba on the final track now, Rainbow Road.
Yep.
I think
Rainbow
it's the
can be
best Rainbow Road.
Yeah, the biggest thing here is just not falling off, which seems to be true for every Rainbow Road. this spiral can be somewhat tricky, but they've practiced it a lot. I think.
Absolutely.
There's also a chance that there will be random stars in the track.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so in
stars
single
is-
player, you get stars land on the track, and you can pick them up.
Mhm. More RNG.
More RNG, just what we
Yes.
need.
Yep.
They're not always that helpful though. I don't know about you, but going faster than you want to on Rainbow Road, not always advisable.
Yep.
Especially if, like, you're trying to turn or something.
Looks like Emo has saved a little time because he's only now maybe 50 seconds behind, or
Only.
yeah.
It's
You would
only a
need a
lap
miracle to
behind.
get back into this race. But neither of them have fallen off yet, so
Mhm.
all right.
Both of them drifting around this spiral. It's not necessary, but it's definitely faster. It's just
Mhm.
harder.
Yeah. It helps them stay not necessarily stay tighter, but maybe control it better. Oh,
Make the
and
tunnel.
the blue shell
Yes,
dodge.
Emo. Team Emo.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention it till he's out, but occasionally, for whatever reason, the blue shell can just wait around until you're out.
Yeah, if it's feeling kind of stubborn, it'll just wait for you to exit that tunnel and then get you.
And then we've got another nice spiral to Artec down.
Yep. Artec is this is actually a track, whereas nearly every track in Double Dash is just time saved by mini turbos, at least at a higher level. But
Absolutely.
Rainbow Road actually has a lot less mini turbos than other tracks. There's a lot of zippers, and it's just kind of keeping your speed and using those zippers efficiently.
Yeah, missing a zipper is actually quite a good time loss.
Yeah.
For sure.
God, what a nice mushroom that helped Emo
Yeah.
out there on the boost pad.
They're in the same spot, except they're one lap
One-
behind.
One little thing they're doing though is coming out of that tunnel, that little pipe. They're holding up so they can land as soon as they can, hit the boost pad immediately, and save a little bit of time.
Nice
Alrighty,
Wow.
that's all 4 cups for
So-
Goomba. Yep.
Sub 3 minutes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't get any big mess ups. Hey, here's a blue shell.
He's gonna land on the boost pad.
Ah!
I'm so sorry, Emo.
Oh, the banana!
It's right in front of him.
Yeah.
Oh, another one, dude! He's not
You
happy.
remember raging at Mario Kart when you were young? It's kind of the same for these top players at this point.
Nothing changes.
Yeah. At
And
least
this is
not
why
Double
both
Dash.
players prefer to do time trials over
Yeah.
RNG cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we're gonna do next to actually give Emo a chance to win something today.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the hearts of the fans for pulling off blue shell skip.
Yeah. Emo's done with this RNG. He's ready to hop into time trials and see what he can do. I think they'll be good
Oh
races.
my god.
Oh.
Yeah, he's done. Done.
Oh boy.
I think that made up for the blue shell he didn't get in DDJ. So, so he officially got
Yeah.
a blue shell
RNG
out
takes a
of
little and gives a little. Like that shroom in the zippers.
Yes.
it. Takes a lot, gives a little.
So we'll be moving on to time trials now. Actually, we're going to be giving each player one ban. What do you think they'll ban? What do you think
Ooh,
Goomba
that's
ban? What do you think Emo
Interesting
ban?
question.
I honestly believe Goomba might ban maybe Daisy,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and then David might ban Yoshi's maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be. Goomba would probably ban one of Emo's world record tracks. But the reverse can't be said because he would have to ban so many tracks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we can do a little player interview.
I think.
Oh, we're doing that after the tracks?
After, yeah, it's probably after.
Okay. I would get Emo's sadness out of the way.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to suffer a bit more.
Now I get to watch the credits.
Yep.
Emo
So,
not
yeah.
skipping them because he's crying in the background right now.
Yeah, I think
No.
Daisy would be a good ban from Goomba. Maybe he'll do Wario Coliseum as well.
Yeah,
Both
I'm going
tracks.
for one of them too.
Yeah, both tracks which Emo has world record in. I'm not really sure what Emo would ban. He could maybe go for Yoshi's. Yoshi's is not Emo's favorite track, and Goomba has very solid times in both categories for that track.
Yeah, that would be fair to say. Although they both equally hate Rainbow Road, so I'm not seeing anyone ban that.
Yeah, but at the same time, they may not choose it. I think
Yeah.
I believe Goomba will be choosing the first track here because he won the 4 cups.
So we did all of that just to win the right to choose the first track. That's how much we value time trials. We'll do a whole 4 cup race to decide who gets first pick. Alright,
So,
Goomba's just come in. He's banned Daisy Cruiser, as we sort of predicted.
Yeah, that's one of David's world records. So of course, he would not want to do that.
He's actually banning DK Mountain. Interesting.
I can understand that.
It may be because Goomba has actually been practicing it recently, and very recently, like last week, maybe even still this week, got the world record in fast lap.
Yeah, it's also worth pointing out that the difference between their times is actually a second on DKM. Goomba is actually a second faster than Emo has ever been.
Yeah. Emo has a 142.939 versus Goomba's 142.26.
So we're just getting the first track from Goomba, who's just learned that he's won, and I'm not sure why he's so surprised, but sure. He's gone for Luigi Circuit.
Circuit,
So it looks like the first track will be Luigi Circuit here. We'll be counting him down soon as they set up for time trial.
Guys, Goomba gonna load a ghost. We're cheat.
So yeah, Luigi Circuit is actually something that Goomba seems to enjoy a good amount. Oh, and they don't have memory cards in, so this will be a lot of ding laps.
Ding ding ding.
So we say ding laps, we mean fastest laps. But yeah, if they've never put a record on, then every lap is their fastest lap.
Yep.
So yeah, what they're gonna do now is enter the game, and then hover over the restart button, and then both should be able to start at exactly the same time. Or
Yeah,
at least that's the theory.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the run, we'll be looking at the timer anyway, but we just want to start at the same time for the viewers to compare. Yeah. Emo actually loading a ghost in here. Did you guys see if Goomba loaded a ghost as well?
Goomba didn't load a ghost.
Okay.
Oh, he didn't? Oh, okay. I know he put his memory card in. Oh, no, sorry.
Are they? Okay.
Yep, there they go. But Goomba does have to race the staff ghost.
Oh.
What a frame rate issues here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll fix that first. There they go. Beautiful people working on this Twitch stream.
Now keep in mind that since there's no items or anything, any small mistake can be the deciding factor. So any extra grass, anything will
but
make
at least this time you can't chalk it up to RNG.
Now he's gonna win for real.
Hey, there's his first ding lap.
Yeah, Goomba coming out ahead in the opener.
Yeah, and then he exited that zipper at 39. Emo, well, late 39 is pretty close.
Yeah, this is really tough right now.
Yeah, honestly, all the time trials, I mean, both these guys are top players, so I think these will be some interesting races for sure.
Another ding lap at 25.
He's getting faster.
He's ramping up the speed.
It'd be so nice for him to win on the counter pick immediately.
Unfortunately, they aren't quite in sync. I'm not really sure why. But... Oof.
Lost a bit of time on that last lap.
Yeah. But he
He's
didn't look at that.
He went into the stand a little bit, and that sort of cost him. I want to say a second, but enough at least.
Yep. And so this, with this format, Emo will be choosing the next track. We'll do loser picks next track. So we'll see what he's picking.
Good that was though. The world record is 1070.
It looks like we are having some audio problems here. They're working to bring it back up right now.
Yeah, I think that's fixed. Yeah, we're good.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, the world record is a 1070. So Goomba was 0.2 away from his own world record there.
That was a good one attempt.
Looking at the stream, I think I know where we're going next.
Yeah. Wario Coliseum.
He loaded it up before he even let us know which track it was.
He just wants to get on it.
He's ready. He came prepared.
So this is a track that I do think Emo has an advantage on. But
Although
at
you
the
have to
same time,
remember,
they're both very good players, so we'll see how it turns out.
David's known for his art tech here, but recently, rumors say his art tech has not been as it was before, so it's gonna be close.
You know.
2-0. First to 5. Let's see what happens. This ain't over yet.
I like a good underdog story, so let's just go, Emo. Just one, at least, for the fans.
Actually, I'm not sure that we explained these time trial format will be first to 5, so Goomba has 2 victories under his belt at the moment. But definitely still time for Emo to come back.
Absolutely.
And Goomba has always been known as a very consistent player, even at the level he is. So he definitely performs well in one tries and just races in general.
Yeah, he did actually win the last Time Trials tournament we held. So he's definitely the favorite here.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, is he slightly behind?
The clocks might be behind as well.
The clocks are a bit behind.
So maybe they're about tied.
False hope.
Although he might have, I think he may have pulled ahead right there, because now they look about at the same spot, even though Emo's clock is a little higher on the tell right here. Oh wow, Emo 0.2 ahead, very close. But Emo is ahead at the moment.
Remember, this is where Emo has his world record, and Goomba's never held a world record on this track before.
they'll be using the shrooms on the spiral right after this ramp here. Just to keep it tight. Getting speed around spirals is very beneficial.
They're both coming off that zipper at such a similar time.
Yeah, this is a close one. This is a nail biter. We have a race.
And it's not just emo versus emo.
Yeah, and they're both being captured.
And there's no blue shells to destroy this time.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a much better exit. I like Goomba now.
Oh, looks like Emo might be pulling ahead here at the end.
Oh,
Oh, and Emo takes it by a good.
2-1.
Yep. So now it's Goomba's turn to pick a track.
On the board.
On the board for Emo. He was never going to lose this one. Look, he's even saving that record. Now Goomba's thinking, oh, I didn't prepare a counter pick track. I was supposed to just win this 5-0.
Yeah, we'll see what he chooses here.
And
Oh, and Mushroom Bridge.
That's
Goomba's
his favorite track,
track,
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty smart choice.
Let's hope none of them hit a car.
Yeah, and actually, one thing that could decide it is going up against the walls. You'll see both players just gliding up against the walls. One dropped MT on those walls can be detrimental. It can slow you to a stop, and it can be very difficult to recover from. So we'll see how they do here.
Yeah, stopping against the wall is what we call a reset.
Yep.
There's also the infamous third lap truck. So all the cars on Mushroom Bridge are on a cycle, and at the very, very top level, there's a truck on lap 3, which is right where you want to put your own car.
Yes, I'm seeing. There's dangerous.
Of course, those three know nothing about this, but apparently it's very dangerous. Alright, so Goomba started a little ahead on the clock.
Close.
Yeah, you can see they're grinding against that wall, getting every mini turbo out they can.
Honestly, now might not be a bad time to explain ATEC as well.
Yeah, sure.
So you'll notice that on the straightaways over the actual bridge of Mushroom Bridge, both players will be going in a very straight line, and they achieve that by just releasing A in between mini turbos. And it essentially just allows them to keep a straighter line, and it's significantly faster, especially on tracks like Mushroom Bridge with long straightaways. Peach Beach would be another example of a track that benefits from ATEC a lot.
Looks like this is Goomba's favorite track, and he's proving it right now. Ooh, that was much closer than I thought it was gonna be.
Well, that's still a good ways off.
Yeah, just 0.2. Well, only 0.2 of a second. That's, yeah, miles away, Emo.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
But hey, he PR'd.
A new record!
That memory card.
But yeah, that's 3 to Goomba now.
Yep.
3-1.
So Emo's turn to pick a track.
3-1.
It looks like Sherberland it is.
Yep.
Sherbetland.
Sherbertland.
Yeah, he's been practicing this, hasn't he?
Yeah, I was gonna say, pretty recently got the 3-lap world record. So, but this is also, I mean, this is one that they're both quite good at. I think I'll have to give the advantage just slightly to Emo here, but it could go either way. Honestly, any of these tracks could go either way.
I mean, they've all been within about 0.2 of each other, so...
Yeah.
Which is just hitting the grass, hitting a bit of sand in the wrong place. I think Wario, that final corner where Goomba went just wide, that's a time loss. Could have cost him.
in time trials, those little corners make a difference. You want to be as tight as possible.
Yeah, sometimes in Grand Prix, maybe they play it a little bit safer. Just, you know, if you worried about blue shells or lightning or just falling off in general. But time trials, when it's you're kind of performing in a vacuum, you really just go as fast as you can.
That was a rough start for Emo, though. He did not get the line he wanted going into the tunnel.
Yeah.
No, it's a little behind now.
And a little bump at the end of the lap as well. But quite a bit lead here, about 0.7 ahead.
Ooh,
Wait up,
that's
stop. Emo would need a miracle here.
didn't need Goomba to feel to stop.
Yeah.
There's
But,
no
The
ices.
thing I could see is maybe if Goomba bonks the corner into the pool at the beginning of the lap, but
It's been done before, comebacks like this, because of course Goomba doesn't know that he's this far ahead.
yeah.
So he's still driving absolutely flat out.
Ooh, rough shroom for Goomba, but
Emo's wasn't much better, so
yeah.
getting those shrooms there is extremely difficult, especially
Yeah.
to do it as fast as possible.
And unfortunately, that's something that Emo's actually kind of struggled with, is the shrooms on Sherbert Alright, so that's another one for Goomba.
Oh, he's kind of romping home with this one.
Yep. So that brings the score to 4-1, correct?
Yep, 4-1.
So we got, if Goomba wins the next one, he wins it all.
Yeah, we want this to go on longer though, right? Come on, Emo.
Yeah. Let's see what he chooses here.
He's too busy complaining about how bad his Sherbetland was. He'll get over that in a minute.
So is this gonna be a 5-1 or is Goomba gonna get one on the board, a 2 on the board?
We all want this to continue as long as we can, right?
Oh yeah.
I would love to see a
You know what?
tiebreak.
This is now the underdog story. Emo going for Bowser's Castle. Actually, a track that I don't believe Goomba enjoys very much. It's one of his weaker links, so we'll see how
Yeah,
he
Goomba
performs.
has never held the 3-lap world record on Bowser Castle, but Emo did for less than a day. But he held it.
There's not gonna be a Bowser's Kid this time. So.
Yeah, he got it on the 15th of May 2017, and it was then beaten by Andrew, also on the same day. You know, that's 6 hours more than most people have of having a world record in this game.
Facts.
One day, we'll get that one day. Let's see then, can Emo extend this tournament one more race, or is Goomba gonna take the victory right here, right now?
Or will Goomba stomp on him?
That was bad.
Goomba's the one supposed to get stuck.
That was bad.
Got it back.
Just looking at the timing sheet though, Emo's time is actually faster than Goomba's. His record is better. It's doable.
It's definitely doable.
It's winnable. No bias.
Not rooting for anyone here.
It does look pretty close so far, so
Just hope no hard stops for this time.
Yeah, getting that jump there is really important. Definitely a lot of ways you can lose a lot of time doing that little skip right there.
Oh, dude, he got the 46.
Yeah, he's got a 0.3 lead as well.
And normally in time trials you wouldn't shroom during the first lap. However, since they're going for 3-lap, they basically want to set up for better cycles because Bowser's Castle is a very cycle-heavy track. So if you lose time, it can sometimes be hard to predict, where fireballs will be, where the thwomps will slam down and such.
Emo dropped 1 MT in the spinning fire room, and now he's so far behind.
Yep.
1 mini turbo drop. At this level is a killer. It
Yeah.
really is.
Let's see if Goomba can keep his lead here.
Ooh, yeah, he lost a lot.
That was a much better lap. Once more around Bowser's Castle for Goomba. And he'll take home the Fog Cup and the time
fireball
trial.
and goes into the lava.
Oh!
Just
Well-
barely nicks the edge of the fireball, which sent him.
No, not twice, not twice!
Okay. Almost at a double.
Oh my!
We're gonna see our world champion fall
wall.
twice.
Oh,
Of course,
man.
Emo doesn't know this has happened.
Yeah.
So he probably thinks he's having a really bad one right
He's just racing his heart out.
now. He's like, I can come back. I can do it.
Did I win?
Oh, did I? Oh, and there goes.
Lava skip. Goomba's having a very tough time finishing here, but doesn't matter as Emo won.
219. Yeah, he's gonna agree that that wasn't best Bowser Castle he's ever done. Even though that's a new record on this memory card. But nah, Emo's driven a 216 before, which is what he held the world record with.
Mhm. So it'll be Goomba's choice here now.
4-2. Is this the start of a comeback?
I hope so.
We got a comeback in our hands?
I want to see a 4-4. Oh man, I wonder what the last track will be. I hope it's Baby Park, just because that's a track that they've both been performing very well on, just in the past, and
Yeah.
it's also a track that I think they're both afraid of. It's very easy when trying to go fast around those corners to get stuck on. So we'll see if we ever see Baby Park in this tournament. But right now it looks like we'll be going to Dry Desert.
It's gonna be.
I like that pick from Goomba. He's got about half a second advantage in PBs.
Mm-hmm. No, Emo with the 128.
Goomba and Emo actually both in
28.
Twitch chat right now.
Why are they in Twitch chat? Tell them to get racing. There's a lot on the line here.
You just see him start typing in the middle of the race. You're like, hey, wait a minute.
When Goomba felt he was typing a little bit each time.
Yeah.
I can believe that. That's a very Goomba thing to be doing.
Does he put Monka as he probably put Mon Chal again and then the next time.
Yeah, I think Goomba was saving this one just in case he hit this spot. He's got the world record here and has held it for well over a year now. This is definitely his home. Performing that mushroom skip is very important. You can lose a lot of time.
Emo going a little wide after
Yeah.
Sand hit. Lost a little time there, but it still looks pretty close, honestly.
Anyways, we'll see what their laps. 0.2.
Goomba ahead by 0.2. Yeah.
I still got one mushroom to use. But 0.2 is very easy to lose and save doing this little shortcut here.
Yeah. And in that shroom shortcut, they cut very close to actually dark sand that'll kill you. So while they want to keep the shroom as tight as they can and get close to it, they don't want to hit it.
Yeah, if you're not careful.
Most definitely.
If you're not careful, you will get pulled out by Lakitu.
And that's another 0.2 going in favor of Goomba. He's just got to keep this together and he will be the time trial champion once again. Sorry, I sounded disappointed. Once again! Let's go!
Oh!
Oh, and Goomba!
Oh!
Oh man, that might have just been what Emo needed to finish this race. Looks to be ahead right now. He just got to close it out at the end here.
Costly.
Oh man, it still looks close.
130.
Oh my god! And Emo takes it by 30 milliseconds. Less than 30 milliseconds. Wow.
Wow, the comeback.
What a
story.
race. Oh no, a choke from Goomba. He had it, all he had to do was play safe, and unfortunately, he got bonked and then bopped.
That pokey's there now, just like, I got you, Emo.
Yeah. Oh man. And we go into another race for Emo.
Is this gonna be the comeback?
I can
Oh,
guarantee you, Goomba has not thought of another counter pick. There's no way he thought this was going on this long.
That was nerve-wracking. I was just darting my eyes between the two times.
Yeah,
We
I
were all just
thought.
calculating. Our brains were whirring. Like, oh, he got it. Oh man.
Yeah, should we take a short break to recover from that? I need to drink again. But no,
Right.
no such thing is happening. We're going
Goomba's
straight
choice next.
to Mushroom City. Again, yeah, I can sort of understand this one.
Yep.
It's one where he's got a clear advantage. God, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
The
I know.
comeback.
This
What's
is
happening?
hype. I want to see this. I want this to go into another game.
You want to see Baby Pack? We know that.
Yeah, we'll see. Honestly, I don't know if they'll pick it though. I mean, maybe, but I feel like there are better choices for Goomba at the moment.
Absolutely.
We'll see though.
And yeah, of course, it is only Goomba that would be picking tracks from now on.
Hmm.
Emo has lost that advantage.
Here we go.
Yeah, Mushroom City is a track Goomba's been on top of for all of 2018 at least.
Yep.
God, did that sync perfectly for anyone else? That's beautiful.
Yes, that is good.
Yeah. They're getting better at it.
Let's hope it's not the same screen again.
Welcome to Time Trial 1v1 practices. For syncing.
Again, there's cars in this level that are on a cycle, but by now these runners know exactly the cycles that they're on. Should be able to avoid them no problem. There isn't really a clear mushroom spot for this track. There's no big shortcut you can do with them.
Yeah, just little optimizations you can do.
0.2 ahead.
Oh, how did Emo get away with that?
Wow.
He dropped an empty, he didn't. Well, that is severely damaged his chance again.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
But he's already come back twice from behind.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Goomba.
That was so close.
Yeah.
We're a little close to that truck there.
Oh, this is Mocha-S in a lot of ways.
Again, Goomba, can he keep it together for one more lap?
Oh! And Emo takes a face full of car,
Oh, that's not gonna help his chances.
right as we talked about them knowing the cycles.
Yeah, my bad on that one. Sorry, Emo. Ah, you can see in his gameplay now he's sort of losing it.
Oh, yeah.
That is a clear victory for
Yeah.
Goomba.
5-3.
Goomba,
That was much closer than I expected, I'll be honest.
yeah, no, I was worried gonna, shut him out 5-1. Not complete shutout, but... Oh, man.
I'm a
Well,
little
good
sweaty.
time trial nonetheless.
That was a good showcase of how Double Dash works.
Yep.
Absolutely. And how amazing it looks at this top level.
Yeah, I mean, you should see these guys' controllers. I mean, they're flicking the stick back and forth really quickly just to get these MTs off, and even just being able to get MTs off quickly is a challenge that takes a lot of practice, which both these guys have put in.
I've sat next to Goomba live. I've seen him flicking his stick. It's quite impressive.
Alrighty, so I guess we're going to player interviews now.
Yes. Who should we do first? Let's do Emo first. The unfortunate runner-up in second place in both the 4 Cups and the Time Trials.
The blue shell god himself over here.
Hey, it's me.
So, how was your 4 Cup run?
I mean, it was pretty bad. I think I got hit by something big, like a blue shell or lightning, almost once every track.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then-
we pointed that out actually.
Yeah, 3 different times on DKM, I think.
Yeah. Did you know how far ahead Goomba was while you were racing, or were you not sure?
No, I had no idea.
Okay. So what were you thinking just with all of that RNG?
Dude, I was like, I'm like 2 minutes behind.
Well, you
There's no
were
way.
half right.
Right.
No, you weren't 2 minutes behind. I added up the times while we was waiting, and you lost by 1 minute and 4 seconds.
Okay.
Not
You
bad,
got a
not bad.
28:49.
Oh, okay.
All
This
things
took me 9 to
considered.
27.
That means you got a 27:45.
Damn.
So yeah, you didn't
Goomba.
leave poor Emo much chance.
RNG
Well-
was really nice to you compared to how it was with him.
I mean, it wasn't the best, to be honest. Especially, well, the Luigi was nice to begin
Yeah.
with. That really set the mood for me to actually be confident. I feel like that was important. But then RNG had it ways with me anyway. But I managed to dodge a few blue shells, so that was quite
Yeah, I
nice.
was gonna say you did pretty well with the RNG you did get. I think you dodged like 2 blue shells in Daisy Cruiser alone.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, congratulations on winning the 4 Cup Goomba, and then we moved on to time trials. Now, Emo, did you think it would be as close as it was?
I mean, in the beginning, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm getting slaughtered here," and then the comeback boys.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, I got nervous, dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
At
Goomba,
what
you
Stupid
had
dry
to-
drive.
At what point, Emo, did you start thinking, this is doable?
Well, that WC made it spark, you know.
Yeah.
I gave you a little bit of hope that you needed.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I needed.
Yeah, Goomba, you still managed to drive pretty well, even with the pokey hit. And actually, I don't know if you guys know, but that race was under 30 milliseconds.
Yeah. I flipped up the stream because during the 4 Cup, I didn't want to look at Emo's feet at all.
Mhm.
As if I would be ahead, I'd start choking. If I would be behind, I'd start choking. So that wouldn't be a good idea.
Well played.
So yeah, I just barely caught the end of that. That was insanely close.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we all paused and just we couldn't tell. We just like looked back and forth at the timers like, oh my gosh, is it over?
So Emo, did you get the DDJ Shroomless?
I did not. I think I got pretty close to it. Like I got like the entire like boost.
Yeah,
and
you
everything
actually
off of it.
flew a bit further.
Okay, yeah,
than
I didn't
Goomba.
fly.
Yeah.
I was a brick.
it did break.
It was the 200 IQ drop faster to place faster.
Yeah, there you go. That's how I won. That's how I gained that minute.
Yeah, then we had Bowser Skip, which Goomba you didn't get a blue shell for,
No.
but Emo did.
Oh, really?
Yes, he got it, as a matter of fact. So,
But
you
how did
got-
you feel, Emo, when you came up to the little skip at the end of Bowser's Castle? And what happened? What happened? Tell
Oh
us.
no.
I mean, what happened? Let's see. Right before the shortcut, I think I got hit by like a red shell or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then that made me like jump almost right in front of the shortcut. So I almost like just dove straight into the lava.
Oh no.
So I was like, nope. Just LR spin and then went around.
Yeah.
it was super close.
Yeah,
So
we
you did
were
manage
we-
doing the Bowser skip?
Yeah, I ended up getting it.
Ah, nice.
I mean, I had to after all those blue shells that I'd gotten. I mean, it was only fair. I got the blue shell.
Like, I'm
It would have
used
been
to
cool
this.
if you got the proxy too, because of how many blue shells you get in the entire.
Well, actually, I had a blue shell right after where you'd normally do Bowser skip, like in the first swamp, I think. The blue shell hit me. I didn't hear it at all. I actually played for sound, or with sound, but I didn't hear it, so didn't get to try that one.
At least we saw it though.
Yeah, that's important.
I think that's
But
the
yeah, I
first time.
think the first time.
I think actually it's the first time it's being done on like a marathon or a race, that kind of stuff,
Yeah, I think you're right actually.
yeah. Never seem to luck out.
Yeah.
The comeback kid proves himself once again.
Yeah, good stuff, Emo.
Yeah, I
GG's.
think that's just about all we have time for here. I would implore you to definitely go and follow GoombaNL and OptimisticEmo.
Very good
Yes.
runners. Number
Amazing
1, number 3.
runners.
Out of so many. Good streams
Mr.
as well.
Consistent, the comeback kid.
Yeah,
Give him a follow.
I just want to say, well, GG emo, that's for sure, man. Well
Yeah,
played,
GG's.
especially like clutching almost the comeback. made me quite scared. And as a whole, the Double Dash community, like shout outs to them. Everyone's really nice and cool. Doesn't matter if you play Time Trial or Grand Prix, everything is accepted. So yeah, feel free to join the players page if you want to play Time Trial, which is on mariokart64.com/mkdd. And if you want to speedrun, that's on speedrun.com/mkdd. And on the same site, there's a link to the MKDD Discord, which has more links to everything and the whole community. So feel free to join, and we'll be happy to help.
Absolutely. The more people we can get in this game, the better.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Completely agree.
So thanks, GSA, for having me. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Thanks
that
for the
was a lot of fun.
opportunity.
That shaped up to be very exciting, actually.
Yeah. There are some great people working behind the scenes there. There's a little technical glitch, but they were right on it. They fixed it immediately for us.
Ah, very cool. Nice.
Congrats to them. So yeah, give them a follow as well. But yeah, thanks to my co-commentators,
Thank you for commentating.
Phoenix and Frenchie. Amazing commentating with you guys.
Yep, that was fun.
Okay.
Hope
And,
you
yeah.
hype watching it back.
Definitely go and watch it back. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
I will.
Alright, thank you Twitch chat for watching.
Yeah, I hope
Okay,
you all
bye-bye.
enjoyed. Bye-bye.